Monday morning. You know what, guys? I wanted to share something with you. I wanted to share... sorry if that's too close up or if I got a booger or something. I just wanted to share... When I wake up in the mornings, sometimes I have no idea what this day is going to be like, or I don't know what movie news is out there. Hopefully there's going to be enough to be interesting for you guys to watch. And if there isn't, then I'll have to come up with something on the side, like an editorial or a commentary piece. But hopefully today there's going to be something big. Something huge, maybe. We'll see how it goes. But that's how it is. Sometimes you just don't know until you find out. You got to get up and you got to start reading all of the headlines and stuff like that. And that's what the point of all of this is that I want to share with you. I do it anyway, so I might as well record myself doing it, watching it, and sharing my thoughts with you guys as movie fans. So we did actually have some interesting news today. The Eternals had a little bit of a teaser with some announcements of some titles and stuff like that. I thought that went well. I'm going to try to be putting the actual reaction aside from the movie news segment, because the reaction part will get, well, it'll get copyright claimed. So I feel like that's the best way to do it, and I'll put sections of that in the movie news segment, and that way people will get a flavor as to what's my reaction. Other than that, it's raining outside, it's gloomy again, and I just wanted to quickly share with you guys today how the day went and how it started. It's Tuesday, just finished recording a video. I'm out walking, still rainy. I hate spring like this when it's rainy, but I've got to try to get out and be a little bit more active instead of sitting down in front of the computer and all that. And we'll see how this goes. For the most part, today was just a quick little news story about Star Wars, because it's Star Wars Day. What did you guys watch for Star Wars Day? Is it good? It's Wednesday and it's still gloomy outside. I just got finished recording for today. Just a couple of quick stories. And what I'm going to do today, this is the first day that I'm going to actually chop it up into smaller segments and put it out on YouTube that way. But I'm going to use somewhat of the same thumbnail format, because I don't want to get bogged down in creating thumbnails for each video with different expressions, because that just adds time to it. And if the video is only going to get maybe 4 views, then I'm not going to spend an hour working on a thumbnail for it. It's the subject matter of the video of itself that people should be able to be watching instead of the thumbnail. I know YouTube says that you got to put a whole lot of thought into the thumbnails to make it work, to get people's attention, but like that's the primary thing. But you know what, you look at some of the bigger channels, they don't put any effort into it. I'm going to put effort into it, but not as much as you would think. It's just, I can't spend that much time on it, because it's just the payoffs, the risks versus the reward kind of thing, right? It's just not there for me. But I'm going to chop it up today and see how it works. Just starting in with the editing, and it's sunny outside. It's really hard to sit down and do the editing when it's like that outside, but that's the discipline. Right in the middle of a take. Thursday, right in the middle of a take, they decide to cut the grass. Now hopefully it was far enough away that once I start putting some of the denoising post elements on it, that it'll not be that loud. But man, it sucks. Like halfway through, I had to stop. This movie definitely fits the bill. It's one of those schlock movies that, oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's Thursday. I gotta say I'm a little upset, because I was having a really good take for today's show. But these are the kinds of things that you gotta deal with. I can't pause it and come back to it, because I use natural lighting. The lighting will be different on my face, then the editing will just look not all that good. So I'll try to fix it in post. I'll try to put some denoising elements on it to try to quiet it down. Maybe I'll boost the background soundtrack just a little bit so it's not as loud as it is right now. Guys. I'm just editing. There are times, though, that it can be fun just watching some of my reactions and how I deliver it. It can be fun. Just wrapped up for today's shoot. Usually this week has been going fairly well. Like the news has been coming out, and I wanted to come on today and say that it's been really cool being back, having all of these news stories to talk about, because that's what this channel is supposed to be about. I will do reactions and reviews to shows and stuff like that, but I don't want to get into that's the main purpose. I'm going to have to retool some of that stuff to make it easier for me to make quicker, because I can't spend all day editing something that'll only get a certain amount of views, like 5 or 6. But like these movie stories, hopefully will pick up. I just wanted to talk about something quickly that happened this week too while I was doing all of this stuff. There was like a certain amount of restraint that had to come in. Guys, I'm a normal male. I'm a normal man when it comes to certain things. I behave very much like a normal man, and there are things where I'm like, you see? I was gonna post something like that on social media, and it's like, no, I can't do that. I don't want that perspective on me. So it's about presentation of what I'm showing you guys. I can't show you exactly as things happen sometimes, because just of the perceptions. It's a persona, right, thing, that this doesn't fit with the realm of what movie news and stuff is about. So I'm not going to put that stuff in. I briefly touched on it with stuff like the way Joe Rogan came out and said things last week, and I realized talking too much about that stuff and that kinds of things, like it got into a little bit with the Black Superman story this week too. I don't want to go down that path of getting people watching the channel simply because I'm ragging on something. I realize I have to pull back on some of that stuff a lot. I don't want to promote it, but it's there. If you've actually watched my material, it's there. You'll see my perspectives on these types of things. It's just not going to be fully animated as much as I would want it to be, because I want to pull that stuff back, and I don't want to appeal to an audience that I don't want to get into. I don't want to get into the I hate this kind of mentality. I hate this. I'm triggered every day. I'm yelling and screaming in front of the camera. It sells, but that's not my bag. That's not what I want to do. I decided to try to cut things up this week, some videos, and I don't think that's going to work. I wanted to cut out the different stories and segments. I'm going to do that for the actual video, the actual length of the movie stories, but I'm not going to do it for every show. I don't want to pollute everybody's feed, their feeds. If you subscribe to me, I don't want to pollute your feed with, okay, here's the main show, and then here's it all cut up. I don't want people skipping over stuff. Here's the main show. If anything, I'll cut out the B story, because the way I look at it, the main story, there's a secondary story, and then usually there's a lot of little stories sprinkled in between. It's hard to know what's going to hit with people. But I want to build the show to the point where people will actually just watch the main show and then that's it. That's what I want to be known for. That's what I want to do with the channel, and that's where we're going. This week, it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it, and we'll have to see how things go. But I just wanted to quickly share that rundown with you about my perceptions on how you present yourself on social medias. And that's the way this week has been. I hope you've been enjoying these vlogs. Please subscribe, and we'll see how next week goes. Hopefully it'll be better weather next week. Please, we're in the first week of May.